It's going to be my first YouTube video for you guys. Just created my account, got GoPro, got desktop computer set up. Today I just want to go over a little about me, a little about what I use. Got some rods here I want to show you guys that I'll be throwing. I'm part of Kansas Bassmasters out of Wichita, Kansas. It's a local group, don't have to be a boater. They put all the non-boaters with the boater, that way you can fish a tournament. And that's about it. So we're going to get started here. I got a whole bunch of different baits behind me, anywhere from jerk baits, jigs, crankbaits, frogs, spinner baits. Got some jigs here, PB&J. My buddy that's in the league with me, he actually pours his own jigs. As you can see, I mean, nice and flexible, nice and flared out. A little finesse jig here. And his company is Gone Johnson Bait Company. Next, here's another little flipping jig from them. I love throwing jigs. I like skipping them under docks, you know, punching with them if I can, that sort of thing. I've caught a lot of good fish on a jig, you know. I mean, that's, if I'm pond hopping, I always have a jig tied on. I'll find out how the terrain is that I'm fishing with a jig, throw it out there, let it sink, and I'll just drag the bottom, see what I'm dealing with. Rocks, sand, you know, grass. So you can really get a feel for the water terrain by throwing a jig. Next, here's a Strike King jig, finesse jig. But this ain't your normal Strike King jig. Well, it is, but it's paired up with a Got One Bait Company crawl. He's out of Wichita, Kansas. Pours his own crawls, colors them, and guys, these are the most lifelike crawls I've ever seen. Full on stand up, and these little legs just sit there and go back and forth and just drive them bass insane. Eventually I'll be putting up a video of what trailers I like to use, maybe a video on this one, give you guys some action. You can go over to their Facebook page, Instagram, check them out. Like I said, it's GotOneBaitCompany.com. Here's a new lure I'm really excited about this year. My buddy Terrell Sparks painted this for me. I told him, buddy, I want a Hog Smasher. And he's out of Neodesha, Kansas. His Facebook page, you can reach him at Terrell Sparks or On the Bank Lures. And guys, he does a phenomenal job. Airbrushes them himself, and he can paint you whatever. The dude is an artist. I've thrown this once just to see how it swims, and it swims great. So this year I'm gonna go and try to catch a big one on it. Next, I'm a big jerkbait thrower. Here's the Rapala Shadow Deep 110, I believe. Deep 11, sorry. Jerk pause, baby. That's all there is to it. Get you a nice sensitive tip rod. Jerk it way down there in these colder months. Next, here's kind of my collection of spinner baits, buzz baits, chatter baits. Really haven't got into throwing them, but this year it's a new year, so picked me up this Plano spinnerbait box. It's comes in handy instead of reaching into your basic old tackle tray and pulling out a knotted up ball of spinner bait. So you can see it stores them in here nice and neat. Well, there's some I had, other plastics I had laying there, but all the spinner baits and except that one. But it's better than pulling out a big old knotted ball of spinner baits and stuff. Now we'll go over what I use for rods and reels. I just get by with Abu Garcia Black Max. They're good reels. I like them. They're smooth. You can pick them up at Cabela's or Academy, I think, for 40, 50 bucks. And I have an Escalade HD 7-foot medium heavy paired up with that reel. Nothing too serious. I mean, this is pretty much my flipping and pitching, not really punching. I got another rod for that. But you guys can just go buy combo sets. Next, it's a KastKing. Just bought this last week, and I needed a good, fast crankbait, spinnerbait type combo. So it's what I went with. It's nice and smooth. I mean, I have Trilene 14-pound smooth casting line on here. It's paired up with the Duckett Ghost 7.6. Yeah, medium heavy, extra fast tip. It's nice and sensitive, boy. You can feel them fish. I mean, just the slightest peck on it while you're cranking that crankbait through the water, and it has a lot of backbone to set the hook with that extra fast tip. Here's another one of my rods. It's this reel is a Lew's Speed Spool 7.5 to 1 gear ratio, paired up with a Abu Garcia Bersilis 711 heavy, I believe. Yeah, heavy. Yeah, it's for my heavy cover, punching into the heavy grass. If I got some heavy brush down there, it's paired up on Sufix 883, yeah, 50-pound braid. Use it a lot. The 711, it's a little overkill, but I like it. It really helps pulling those fish out of that thick moss and grass. Usually throw on a creature bait is mainly what I use this for, and punch that creature bait right through that grass, or if I got timber down below, I'll throw that creature bait down in there, and no worries about getting that fish out of there. Next is another combo I got. It's an Abu Garcia Pro Max. It's 7.1 to 1 gear ratio. It's what I use for a lot of, here I was pond hopping the other day, so I got a Senko on it, but come tournament, this was my crankbait rod just before I got the Duckett and the KastKing. But this rod, I use a lot of it on rigging up like a 12-inch worm or drop shot, not drop shot, Texas rig just about anything. If I'm not into that heavy cover, then I use my heavy cover rod. Alright guys, if you would like to know more, like to see some videos from me, drop them in the comments, subscribe, like this video, and we'll see you guys later.